Welcome to the weather forecast for the week beginning Wednesday, November 24th, 2021. I'm Chief Meteorologist John Ensworth for Longmont Public Media, and happy Thanksgiving to you. Saturday, November 27th is our next lunar phase. Just about half illuminated in the morning sky. It's a last quarter moon. Back to our snow facts, just adding up our longest stretch record here. We have blown past the average first measurable snow at the airport, October 18th, and 11/21 is now in the rearview mirror for the latest measurable, so each day is a new record, with the longest stretch of 235 days in 1887 without snow. We are now up to 216, and will we make it with past 235? It is possible. Looking at drought, without that precipitation, we see a little lessening of the drought in the west part of the state and a little worsening of the drought on the eastern half. So the trend continues. Nationally, a little lessening of the drought in the Pacific Northwest as rain and storms have returned, but there's a lot of water that needs to come down to really turn a lot of that around. Speaking of not a lot of water, this is what we had over the last 7 days, and it's just a little scattering up here in the northern mountains. Looking at Tuesday into Wednesday, we have this trough coming down to kick up a storm through here. This is a kind of a sloppy map because it's got Denver and almost out to Lyman is having some snow, and everything along I-25 snow for Wednesday. And if you look at the GFS, that's really the extent of it. It's the mountains and just maybe showers on Wednesday coming out of the low elevations. It's just not very impressive. So when you look at Sunday noon, I don't know why it does this. This transfer from a PC to a Mac, and you get some strange formatting of the words up there. But we have a big ridge coming back for the weekend, so the temperatures go back above normal. Remember, we're supposed to be in the 40s for highs, and we've been seeing 60s. Interesting little cutoff low. When we do the animation, you get to see how the trough that's over us now breaks off, leaves this piece behind, and eventually wanders back up, but not too much effect for Colorado. For severe weather, there isn't any over the next couple of days, just some Texas and Oklahoma thunderstorms possible for Wednesday, Thursday, down there in the same general location. Very quiet nationally. So the GFS ensemble does have Wednesday evening showers, pretty probable along I-25. It's still not very impressive. That could be sprinkles, or a wetting of the ground. Temperatures definitely drop with that front. Our normal high temperature drops from 49 to 45 over this time period, and 21 to 18. So we're now in the teens for our expected nighttime temperatures, and it's much warmer than that. Our next storm, always looking off into the future. We won't see this in the animation because it is so far out, and it's just last week we had a early December storm that was in the models, and sorry about that, and it didn't come to be. It's vanished also. So this is probably going to go away too, but there's our trough in the west and some snow over the central part of the state. Just one day ago, this was a major winter storm, and it's fading out in the models. So we'll put this into motion. Here comes our trough into Wednesday for our little chance of showers around here. It'll be nice. You'll smell some moisture, and there goes our piece down to the Baja area, and then it comes back up as the ridge really builds out west. This is a very abnormally warm and very dry ridge, but here comes that little low just kind of drifting past us. There's Tuesday into Wednesday. Next week another trough digs down. So temperatures reflect that big ridge. Yeah, we have a cold front that comes down for here's Wednesdays into Thursdays. A little chill, mainly on the eastern side of the mountains, and it's out in about a day. Heat builds right back, and heat being 60s, but it's really warm for this time of year. Lots of heat out here. There's the cold with that little low down there. That heat 12, 16 degrees above normal. Amazing. Here's another big cold front heading for the east. A little bit of it pushes back up against the mountains and it drifts away too. So it's just hard to get cold at all. I brought back the moisture map here to show that there is some atmospheric moisture around for Wednesday. So again, that chance of showers. The dry air comes right back. And then even though moisture does come in from the Pacific and some from the south, the dynamics are not right to really kick off anything. So you'll see some clouds. All right, taking a look at the surface map. We see our little system here going into Tuesday into Wednesday, and then the real rain forms to our distant east, dry for Thanksgiving and Black Friday, and then we have nothing for a long time. Here's where that other push of moisture comes in, and you can see there just isn't anything falling in the form of rain or snow much in Colorado. It's a little bit of showers right there. That was that second surge of moisture. So over the next 10 days, pretty dry in the northern part of the state, eastern part of the state, some mountain showers, maybe a little south of Denver. Again, snow, again, south of Denver, Palmer Divide, and some of the resorts will see a little bit, but they would like it to be colder and more snowy as well. So we stay cool with that passage of the cool front, still above normal, 50s and so forth. And into the weekend, we rock it back to the 60s and get really dry. So zeroing in on the Thanksgiving forecast, partly cloudy skies, high of 57, a low at freezing, west winds at 5, and dry conditions. For frequent weather updates and local news, check out Longmont Leader. This has been Chief Meteorologist John Ensworth. Keep looking up.